Rylan. Just how's it feel now that conference plays here?
Oh, it feels pretty good. This is obviously when everything starts mattering more. Like not to say preseason don't matter, but this is when stuff really, really matters, and we have to be even more focused and locked in than we was in non-conference.
As someone who's been through kind of the SEC gauntlet before, just what do you remember about just the style of play that the conference brings, and maybe just some of the things that you've maybe been telling your teammates of what to expect?
Oh, it's tough. Like obviously, God has blessed me enough to be able to win a championship in the SEC. So that was really, really hard. Every game, like we won the championship, but every game was close. Like I don't know if y'all was here, but we came here and lost, and that could have been a game that if we lost the game before, we wouldn't have won the SEC championship. So every game is going to be a coin flip, and it doesn't matter where we play or who we play. There's going to be a coin flip every time. We're going to get people's best game, and we got to be ready to give our best game too.
13 games in, obviously you guys come together meshing. How close do you guys feel like you're at the best you can be, and just what's the comfort level entering the conference play?
Oh, I'm pretty confident in us. I'm speaking for myself though. I haven't asked the guys or anything, but I'm pretty sure they're confident too. I feel like we have worked really hard. We practiced really hard. We got here in the summer and started working hard. I think we worked harder than everybody in the summer. So time for that to finally pay off against conference teams, and that's what we do it for. We work hard for these games that we finna play on tomorrow.
Obviously Mackenzie has been in and out, and officially, out for the rest of the year. Was there a type of conversation or a mindset change, knowing like, hey, he isn't going to be here? This is the group of guys we got to lock in here.
There wasn't really like a mindset change because we should have the same mindset every game. Come in and outwork everybody. Come in and play hard, and come in and make it hard for the other team to be comfortable. But from like a different standpoint, like me, Ruben, we're gonna play the four more often. Marcus will play the three. Like we're just gonna have to play a little bit smaller. So we're gonna have to be a little bit more physical. We're gonna have to rebound more. Me and Ruben have to rebound better. If with Mac out, we have to rebound better if we want to achieve our goals. So that's something that we've talked about for sure.
Now coming into the conference play, y'all's kind of strength of schedule metrics aren't necessarily that great. What makes you feel like what y'all were able to put together in the non-conference has prepared you for conference play?
Just because we played, we got better. It doesn't. To me, it's not about the strength of schedule. We're gonna play a good strength of schedule in conference play. That'll all come. But I think we learned a lot. Like we took some losses, learning lessons. So now in conference play, the SMU game, maybe we close it out better in conference play now that we went through that. And we've seen some other environments. Oklahoma State, it was really early too, but that was also, they normally don't have good crowds at all or good like support from basketball. But that day, they had a great crowd, and that's kind of similar. Not the best, it wouldn't be the best SEC crowd, but it's probably like the floor of an SEC game from now on. So we got to see that environment. We've lost games where we were up 20, and then they came back and beat us, and we've been down 20 and came back and made it a game. So I think we've seen like what we need to see to be able to compete in conference play.
You think LSU will be the best team you've faced so far?
The numbers say that. The analytics will tell you that they're a really good offense. Their record will tell you that. They beat some teams that we lost to. So on paper, yeah, but at the end of the day, it's about when we get on the court, and we got to do what we got to do. It's about matchups, kind of. So it may be the worst matchup for us, could be a good matchup for us. I guess we'll have to see tomorrow, but on paper, yeah, it's the best team we played so far.
What's been most fun for you this season?
Oh, just trying stuff out with new coaches and new guys. Like we all kind of learning together. Like this is coaching staff, Coach Bucky and them. This is their first year in the SEC, and it's a lot of players new year in the first year in the SEC too. So just learning and growing with these guys and playing, and Coach Bucky, just seeing him, how he likes to play and what he wants to do, has just been very, very fun, and I've enjoyed every second of it.
Defensively, how are y'all a different team at this point in the season than maybe a month or two ago?
Well, we focused in on not letting teams do what they do best. So if we see a team, LSU for example, they're really good at finishing around the rim. it would probably be smart of us to take the rim away. But they also have guys who can make shots, so that's going to be kind of hard for us. So we got to just emphasize what we want to take away and just realize what we're willing to give up, because it's kind of hard to take everything away from good teams. And LSU is a great team, as we know they're 12-1 or 13-1. I don't remember, but I know they only have one loss. But it's gonna be hard to take away everything. So we just have to lock in and just be ourselves and not play to like what they want to do, what they don't want to do. We just have to look at what they do that they're comfortable at and try to make it hard for them. So that's, I think, what we're gonna do, and the game plan hopefully will work.
You had mentioned how guys have kind of had to change roles and kind of evolve here and there. Just noticed you've kind of filled up the stat sheet here these last few games. I'm just curious how you feel like you've settled into your role and maybe in what ways your role has evolved so far this season.
Well, it's just about, for me, it's about I want to impact the game without, people know me as a shooter, but I kind of think like I can help you in other ways when I'm not making shots. So that's really what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to win games, trying to impact the game, either in any way, maybe whether that's making shots, defending, picking up full court, even on the bench talking, like helping my teammates. That's impacting the game as well. So just trying to impact the game to help the team win, and just knowing that every night is going to be like, from a scoring standpoint, I don't really care about scoring here at all, because every night is going to be somebody else's night. And that's, at the end of the day, the goal is to win. So if we winning, nobody can have no frown on their face.
Rashaun, I know at least the metrics would say that y'all's strength of schedule hasn't been necessarily the best. What do you feel like? Why do you feel like y'all are ready to kind of step up the competition for conference play?
I mean, I would say we're ready based off, what I have been seeing in practice. Behind closed doors, a lot of people don't see what we go through as a team, with our staff and how we practice. So I would say based on how we practice and how we beat up on each other was set on how we are ready for conference.
Do you feel like you had a game in non-conference play that you could kind of point to and say, it's probably pretty close to what I think SEC play is going to be like?
I mean, I haven't been in SEC play, but been me playing in college basketball, I would say SMU, UCF, Oklahoma. Them games right there can attest. Oklahoma, we didn't fight as much. UCF, we had way more fight. Our defense was better. SMU, we struggled with shooting, but ended up coming back and we showed way more fight, and we learned some lessons in that game. So them 3 games especially, but there's a lot of times at other games where we show resilience in the second half, also playing against lesser opponents, but we show resilience and learning how to defend and talking and being more of a communicating team and knocking down shots.
You had some games earlier this season with McKenzie sidelined, and so I'm curious, just now that he's out for the season, just what'd you maybe take from that early stretch that maybe you can apply forward, knowing that you're going to have to maybe go back into that kind of role that you were in earlier this season?
I would say, I feel like, are you saying me individually?
Yeah.
Me individually, I feel like my role is still stay the same. I mean, of course, I'm gonna be asked to do a little bit more perimeter based, but I just feel like as a team, as a whole, we're gonna be good. We've played without him before. It's sad to see a great player like McKenzie get hurt, and dealing with the issues he's dealing with, and we hope he recover fast. Have a good season next year, but we just got to learn how to do what we do best. Pressure in the full court, make it hard for them to get to the half court. When they get to the half court, do our job and make sure to stay out the paint.
You talked about all season. You talked about just the comfort level of trying to mesh together. And now that SEC play is here, how close do you feel like you guys have clicked to where you want to be moving forward?
I feel like we're there. I'm not going to say we're 100% completely there, because there's always going to be times where there's bumps in the roads and there's things that happen, and in basketball there's always ups and downs. But we are about 90% there. We understand where each person should get their shots, and as a team, each role is established and what we should do to help the team win.
And you talking about obviously not playing in an SEC slate, but you bring intensity night in, night out. Is there some type of feel or kind of I'm going to come out and be myself, or do you kind of adjust, now that conference plays come in, maybe it's a different style of basketball?
I more so just be myself. I stick to what I know and what I do, and I mean it's been working. So I'm just grateful to be able to do that. But a little bit of feel also, knowing what the game needs inside the game. Like I say, sometimes I feel like we may need me to dive on the floor a little more, and I'll do that. Sometimes we need me to rebound a little more, and I'll do that. But most of the time, it's kind of a feel and just me just being me.
What are you seeing from kind of the trio of Fetty and Zach and Jamie as maybe their time might start increasing too, as you guys might lean into them?
Jamie brings tons of length. So with Jamie, it's a lot of length. With Zach, it's stretching the floor and his ability to knock down open shots. With Fetty, it's also his length and his defensive ability. So with them three, it's just a lot of different aspects of the game that they can affect and that we need going into conference.
LSU's been really good at getting to the free throw line. Just what kind of conversations have you guys had about not fouling as much and what kind of all goes into that?
I would say we don't really talk much about not fouling. It's more so fouls come and go, especially the way we play because we're a physical team. We up in players the whole entire game. So we more so talk about try to get less handsy and understanding how to be physical without being handsy in our press.
You think you guys, as you go into the conference play teams that's never, or maybe never have played a team that plays the style that y'all play? Because I imagine it's new to you too.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think, how much of an advantage do you think that gives y'all?
Oh, tons of advantage because teams don't expect. They expect the press, so they think we are pressing the whole game, which we're not. It's just our defense, and they just expect them to be able to do their normal things, but it doesn't work because it's something new. You don't really expect the unexpected when things happen.